There is some optimism in the air. Remember, last week in Beijing, there was feeling that there was progress. Here too, in Washington as well. The big question is it enough to end a year-long tit-for-tat tariff war and also address some of the more structural issues affecting the Chinese and the US economy as well. Sticking points, as we know, has been when to lift tariffs, access to Chinese market, Chinese guarantees of access to US technology and other investments as well. So all these things, we've known these problems for over a year, but they seem to be getting resolved. And the big question is how they're monitored, how they're enforced, and whether both sides feel that it's an equitable deal as well. And even if things aren't fully fleshed out here, the whole idea is to have enough for the two leaders to sign on to something in the not too distant future. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. Of course, the leaders and the negotiators remaining tight-lipped on the first day of talks. There is talk of a possible White House meeting here with He and the US president in the next 24 hours or so. We'll wait and see if that happens. US President Trump talked at length last time, so we should get some indication of where the talks are going. But as I said, cautious optimism. The big question, though, is can this trade deal, which is essentially based on more Chinese purchases of US products to bring down the trade deficit that the US president is most worried about, but also Chinese access to US markets. But what about the other sticking points? For example, the industries of tomorrow, 5G, Huawei. Will those also be part of a deal, or will they be pushed off to the side to be resolved at a later date? We'll have to wait and see, but the cautious optimism that we've been feeling for the last few weeks still very much in evidence here. Nathan King, CGTN at the White House.